largest arthropods. Its strong claws can break even small bones, so we don't recommend getting close to it, because you can lose a finger or, even worse, an arm. This huge crab can reach 14 inches long and weigh up to almost 9 pounds. Its main weapon is the pair of claw arms it uses to defend itself and get food, which consists mainly of coconut pulp. Hairy frog. Cameroon is a place where you can find incredible creatures for all tastes. For example, one of the most famous representatives of local fauna is the hairy frog. Like Wolverine from the X-Men movie, this frog can break its own bones and pull out its claws. The truth is, we were so surprised that we couldn't even believe it. But according to researchers, the frog can pull claws like a cat in order to defend itself. This mechanism is unique in the world. Scientists say these claws are not keratin like human nails or bird beaks. They're actually part of the phalanges of frogs. In addition, they're hidden in the conjunctive tissues in the fingertips, and to come out, they have to go through the skin. It doesn't look very nice, but don't worry about the little animal. The frog has special muscles and collagen fibers, which attach the claws to the tip of the phalange. At the time of the attack, the muscle pushes the claw, and when there's no longer any danger, the claw returns to its place and the tissues rejoin. Flying squid. Maybe you already know that squid move pretty fast underwater, but there are some species that move 5 times faster because they can fly, like flying fish. Thanks to a well-developed muscular system, squid jump out of the water very quickly and can fly long distances. For a long time, people thought they were doing it to get away from predators, but recently scientists have proposed that these flights are likely to help them save energy during long migrations. Using their flying capacity, squid can cover distances of over 600 miles. Obviously, these animals spend a lot of energy during their travels, so they sometimes eat creatures of the same species. Well, that's not the best characteristic of these squid, but they do have good reason to do it. According to scientists, they eat their fellow creatures so as not to waste time looking for food during the trip. We don't think this is the best idea, but Mother Nature decided so. Immortal jellyfish. Here we have a marine inhabitant of the tropical and temperate regions, who's the only creature that can go from being an adult specimen to a young and hopeful polyp. We believe that at least once you have wished to be immortal. Unfortunately, scientists still don't know how to get it or how to create a potion for eternal life. But how does this jellyfish do it? The secret lies in the unique ability to renew itself an infinite number of times. It's amazing, but these jellyfish can return to their childhood when they feel tired of their adult life. But the truth is that scientists say that old age is not the reason why jellyfish leave the adult world. In most cases, they are victims of predators or suffer from diseases, so they're unable to use their exceptional power. Scientists hope that these immortal jellyfish will help them reveal the secrets of eternal youth and everlasting life. And we're going to follow their investigations, see if they really find out anything. Archerfish. A water gun is an innocent toy for children, but it can be a lethal weapon in the animal world. Not for people, don't worry, but for smaller creatures. Well, here's a skillful aquatic sniper, the archerfish. This unusual species of fish uses water jets and the laws of physics to target and stun their prey. First, the fish, like a predator, searches for its prey near the surface of the water and waits for an insect to land near the water. Upon seeing its prey, the creature spits out a stream of water with great force, stunning or even killing the poor insect. Interestingly, the process takes only 1/10 of a second. The archerfish can kill insects that are up to 16 feet above water, as the water jet can reach this height. Leafy sea dragon. This beautiful creature is a marine fish and a close relative of the seahorse. You can find this animal in the warm waters of eastern and southern Australia. They live in shallow waters, so they often play hide and seek with curious divers. What else can they do? Obviously, the person who sees this fantastic creature wants to take it home. The appearance of sea dragons corresponds totally to their name. The fish is covered with leaves, which aren't leaves, but some formations in their bodies similar to algae. They're not good for swimming, but they're very useful for hiding. The sea dragon moves slowly, about 500 feet per hour. It happens because the sea dragon uses only the fins of the chest and back. Since it hardly moves on its own, it uses the movement of the waves, so from afar it looks like a piece of seaweed. Despite its size and innocent appearance, the sea dragon is a predator. Their diet includes shrimp and small fish, which this dragon simply absorbs with the mouth as it has no teeth. But if it can't find anything tasty for food, it's satisfied with some seaweed and any other sea trash. Hagfish. We all love kittens, puppies, and other furry little animals, don't we? But there are also animals that are at the bottom of the list of favorite animals. One of these creatures is the hagfish. At first glance, you can't even tell what exactly this is, a fish or a worm. In fact, it has a popular name, a hagfish or a slime eel, but this doesn't mean that this animal's a fish or an eel. In reality, the hagfish belongs to the class of cyclostomes. It doesn't look at all nice, and we don't recommend you to try and touch it with your hands. This animal's so slippery that a person can't keep it in their hands, and predatory fish can't catch it. When an enemy approaches a hagfish, its pores start emitting mucus in impressive quantities, to the point that predators can choke on it. Can you imagine? When there's no longer any danger, the hagfish removes the mucus covering its body and even sneezes to get rid of this substance. This animal looks even weirder because it has 2 rows of teeth on each side of the tongue and a separate tooth located on the palate. Besides, his eyes aren't visible because they're covered with skin. Instead of sight organs, the creature uses light-sensitive cells in the back of the body. Alligator gar. This alligator-like fish is one of the oldest living fish on the planet. In the Mesozoic era, its ancestors inhabited many bodies of water, but today the alligator gar lives in the lower parts of the Mississippi River and in some freshwater lakes in the USA. It's easy to understand why this animal's a predator. It normally feeds on other fish, but with its sharp teeth, it can even split a young crocodile. But despite being so dangerous, there hasn't been a single case of alligator gar attacking a man. When hunting, the fish hides among the reeds or any other plant and quickly attacks its prey. When the fish is not hunting, it simply swims slowly and even stops moving, leaving its beak out of the water to breathe some fresh air. Goblin shark. Maybe you've seen it before, but this is the first time we've seen a shark like this. Almost nothing is known about this creature, but we've done some research and found some curious information for you. This predator lives in deep water below 650 feet, and people only know about it for a little more than 100 years. It hasn't been seen many times, which makes us think that the population of the goblin shark isn't very large. That's why it's highly appreciated among collectors, especially its jaw, which is quite unusual for a shark. The front teeth are long and sharp, while the posterior teeth are designed to grind hard material such as bones and shells. Their diet consists not only of fish, which are not abundant in the depths of the sea, but also of crabs, shellfish, and crustaceans. When hunting, the animal quickly opens its mouth and absorbs water, and together with the water, the prey enters the predator's mouth. There's not much chance of you meeting this shark, but you always have to be careful, especially in its habitat, so don't swim too far or too deep. Scorpion fly. Despite its name and tail, which makes it look like a scorpion, this fly is not a threat to other insects. Scorpion flies usually live in hedges, nettles, and other plants, and eat only dead insects found in plants or cobwebs. In this case, they use their funny trunk. The fly puts the trunk in the bush or cobweb and remains safe. Despite having a curious body, this is not the most interesting thing about this fly. During the mating season, the males of these insects become all thieves. The fact is, they need to get something tasty to conquer the female, but not all gentlemen are willing to spend time looking for something, so they decide to steal it from their rivals. The cunning male finds another male with a gift, comes up to it, and no, it doesn't start fighting. Instead, it pretends to be a female. And while its rival is happy to have conquered the lady, the criminal picks up the gift and leaves. We couldn't imagine that insects could perform such tricks. Now, tell us in the comments, which incredible and unusual animals are your favorite, and don't forget to give us a like if you enjoyed the video. Guys, it's time to recharge your brain. Visit the channel Brain Time. There you'll find a lot of interesting and useful facts, lots of positive energy, and tons of useful information. Subscribe right now. We promise it's going to be really exciting.
Thanks for watching. Please like and share the video in social networks, and we'll be right back to you as fast as we can.